I was all in on my mindset. I joined masterminds and groups to change my thoughts and beliefs. I was growing at such a rapid pace that I really needed the support, and I knew that my identity needed to be nurtured just as much as my business did. And I still could have done better with this. I really had to calibrate to being a six-figure coach, not just on the outside, but on the inside too. You're listening to the From Imposter to Empowered podcast. I'm your host, Jill Perrick, a business and mindset coach who specializes in imposter syndrome. If you feel like you're not as smart, capable, or worthy as you actually are, and that someone is going to find you out, then you've come to the right place. I went from being a struggling government worker, working my coaching business on the side, but feeling unworthy and burnt out, to making multiple six figures helping women overcome imposter syndrome so they too can sign clients, make bank, and have the business or career of their dreams. I am nothing special. I have a stuttering disability, ADHD, and I struggle with anxiety and depression. So if I can learn how to feel good enough and overcome my inner imposter, then so can you. Let's dig in. Hello, podcast family. Welcome back to the From Imposter to Empowered podcast, and welcome to the month of July. And guys, at the time of this recording, we have nearly 40,000 downloads. And I'm pretty sure this time last year we had hit like 20,000. So to double the downloads in a year is so freaking rad. And I'm so happy to have all of you here to help you overcome imposter syndrome and grow your business so you can have the life that you deserve. And in my one-to-one coaching program, Fraud to Six Figures, that's exactly what I'm helping my clients do. This is a one-to-one mentorship that helps you align your confidence and your belief with what you're calling in through your business. More confidence in yourself as a coach, more visibility and being known for what you do, and more clients and sales, turning you into a six-figure coach on the inside and the outside. When you sign on to work with me in one-to-one coaching, you get 3 one-to-one sessions per month, access to me in a private Voxer chat, the Fraud to Six Figures curriculum, and monthly client workshops. And you can apply to Fraud to Six Figures at the link in my show notes. All right, so I got my Coke Zero here with my glass straw, and we're gonna get into the episode. So today is a juicy one. We are talking all about what I would do if I went from 0 to 6 figures in my business again. And as always, we're gonna dig into the mindset as well as the strategic things that I did. And let me just say, I do basically all of these things now, because here's a secret. Growing your business to multiple 6 figures is just doing what works over and over and over again. But let me give you some context. So I started my business in January 2018, and that year I think I hit like $1,000 or $2,000 maybe. In 2019, I made about 12,000, and most of that was near the end of the year. My first 6-figure year was in 2020, and it was also the year that I hit 6 figures in lifetime sales too. And here's the thing. I wasn't even trying to hit 6 figures, which sounds really fucking annoying, but I really wasn't. I was like, yep, that would be cool, but it just felt like a total and complete pipe dream. Like I really did not think it was possible for me. I was still working my full-time job. I had only hit 12,000 the year before. I had no expectations at all of making 6 figures. And this is something that I wanted to start with, the fact that I had no intentions or expectations to make 6 figures. It was on my radar, but I definitely didn't expect to. It was that would be nice, but definitely, again, not an expectation. And while I think that goals are amazing and we should totally have them, something that can happen as you grow or as you see other people growing in the online space is the disappointment when we don't hit a certain milestone. But you really have to remember your why when this happens, because why are we even growing these businesses? For me, it's so I can pay my bills, enjoy my life, and enjoy my career as a coach. Will I inevitably become a millionaire one day? Yes, but it's not something that I need to do right this second. And if it is something that you want to do, that is amazing. But goals that are in vain are never achieved. When you truly deeply desire something, that's when you make it happen. So yeah, you might want to make 6 figures as a coach. but why? Not that you have to rationalize it to anyone but yourself, of course, but for your own well-being, going after a goal because you think you should or because you see other people doing it is a fucking surefire way to never actually achieve it. So be honest with yourself. What do you really want out of this business? And do you like your reasons for wanting it? If I had to make 6 figures again from zero, I wouldn't actually aim for 6 figures. I would aim for how I want to feel each week, how many clients I want to have at a time, and what kind of lifestyle goals I had for myself. Like for the longest time, I was telling myself that I wanted to pay off debt and buy a house. But nothing was exciting about those goals for me. I didn't actually want those things. And because I wasn't excited about those goals, and because it was more so about pleasing the people around me with these goals, aka my father, I wasn't inclined to take a ton of action on these goals. And when I started being real with myself about what I wanted and didn't shame myself for the things that I wanted, the money flowed in so much faster. Next, like I said, I hit 6 figures without even realizing it. And I think that a huge part of this was because I was creating and selling offers that I really, really loved. I was selling one-to-one coaching, I had multiple groups I sold throughout the year, and I was selling courses too. For the longest time, I thought that I hit 6 figures because I had tons of offers, but that actually wasn't it. It was the fact that I loved selling all of these offers. And when I look back on my Instagram stories from that year, which you should totally do, by the way, it was obvious that I really loved what I was selling and that I really believed in what I was selling. You have to love your offer and be in congruence with your offer to really sell it well. And honestly, why would you start your own business to sell something that you're not fucking obsessed with? That is just not the vibe. So that's another way that I hit 6 figures so fast. I was putting out offers and selling offers that I really loved and could get behind. My income is the same now, and that's how I know it's not the number of offers or the kind of offer. It's how much I believe in and love the offer that I'm selling. So I would create offers that I was obsessed with, that I could get behind and felt like fun to sell. The actual offer doesn't matter. Courses sell, one-to-one coaching sells, group sell. I definitely think, though, that if you want to be a successful coach, you really need to coach a lot. So immediately trying to sell courses or sell groups when you don't have a ton of experience in coaching might not be the best thing, because one-to-one coaching really helps you hone in on the results you can help your clients get. It's also the easiest thing to manage, and you can charge way more high ticket for it. But essentially, you just have to be really excited about what you're selling. Excitement and passion alone will sell an offer, I am telling you. The next thing I'd do if I was starting from scratch and I wanted to make 6 figures is I would be so fucking specific about the result that I could help my clients achieve. Not just when I sold, but also when it came down to my offers too. A big reason why so many of you are here is because I'm a business coach who specializes in imposter syndrome, but my offers also reflect this transformation. Now, I also have a course called The Perfect Launch Vault to manage your energy and help you with the mindset part of your launch. I also have the Energy Management Bundle, which helps you manage your energy as a coach. But my offers solve between 1 to 3 problems that my ideal client has. The smaller and the more low ticket the offer, the more narrow the result becomes. And this is where you gotta go back to basics. Niching and being specific is everything. I'm sorry. Even if you are multi-passionate, you can be multi-passionate, but that just means that your offer has to solve a problem or activate a desire. I was specific as fuck with each one of my offers, so I sold out everything I was selling. In my one-to-one coaching program, Fraud to 6 Figures, I talk about the power formula, which is a way to help my clients identify their soulmate client and the transformation they help them achieve. And you can do this with your offers too. If anything, your who and what you help them with should be extremely specific. And like I said, you can totally be multi-passionate as long as your offers are specific in terms of the result you help your ideal client achieve. So that's a small but mighty shift that I would do over again. And when I did it, I honestly didn't realize I was doing it. But looking back on it now, it makes total sense why I hit 6 figures so easily. Now, The next thing is something that I did because I truly had the mindset of I'm just going to do whatever the fuck it takes. I went all in on my social media. Like, I showed up and gave value every single day. I posted every single day except for the weekends. I spent time on my content. And when I learned how to sell every day in a way that felt good to me, I did that too. And I was not on a timeline whatsoever. I was not asking my coach when was it going to happen or telling her that it's not working, because I was just committed to doing it until it worked. And this is an actual mindset. This is an attitude. If you are on a timeline, it is going to fuck you up. You guys hear me talk about the timeline all the time, and it really, really is. It is going to derail the success that you could have. I once had a client ask me, Jill, what if I just keep showing up and it doesn't work? And I literally laughed, not because I was being rude, not because I wanted to offend her, but because I was like, bitch, it is inevitable that it will work. And you have to have that belief. Your thoughts and beliefs are absolutely everything, because as an online entrepreneur, you are with yourself and only yourself 24/7. You're having a conversation with yourself constantly, and if your thoughts and beliefs are not supporting you, they are working against you. And this is the benefit of a mentor, guys, to question your thoughts and beliefs constantly so they can work in your favor. And it will do you so much good to have the belief that your success is inevitable if you just keep showing up. Hey guys, I hope you're loving today's episode. I am just taking a brief pause in today's episode to share with you a client testimonial. These testimonials are either from group coaching clients or clients who are in my one-to-one coaching program. And I can't wait for you to hear how I have changed their lives and their businesses for the better.
Got so much out of our time together. I feel like I dug so much deeper into pieces of myself I didn't even know were there. And I was able to move through what honestly was a very difficult time in my business in a way that kept me above water, which looking back, where I am now to where I was when I first started working with Jill, I don't know if I would have really survived, these last few months and ended up really flourishing.
Thank you guys so much for listening. Now let's get back to the episode. I also just want to riff for a second when it comes to commitment. If your commitment to your business is only for a couple of months or it's inconsistent because you're not seeing immediate results, I want you to really take a step back and check yourself. Because who would want to invest in a coach or a service provider that wants to quit so easily? When people say, oh my God, Jill, I can't wait to invest in you one day, you know what I say? Amazing. I can't wait for that day when it happens. Because even if it fucking doesn't, I will still be here coaching other people. My commitment to my business is not contingent on external validation or if someone signs in the next 5 minutes. I used to joke that if there was an apocalypse, I'd make my fiance look for a phone charger so I could post on my Instagram stories. Like, perhaps not literally, because I have said so many times, if there was an apocalypse, I would unalive myself, because I would not survive, guys. I would not survive, and I would not want to survive. Anyways, there is no security, though, in, not being committed to your business, right? Not just for me, but for my potential clients as well. They want to see that I'm still killing it online and that they can do the same thing no matter how long it's been. But this is because I've always been committed, always. And if for some reason my income dipped drastically, which it totally has before, I am always willing to do something else to bring in money. And that is a part of my commitment too. And so this is a huge one when it comes to making six figures again. It would be to post my little Instagram posts and post my little Instagram stories, and I would be committed no matter what, and I would lead with that attitude and that energy. And the last strategic thing that I would do if I was trying to make six figures again from scratch is more of a hindsight thing. I obviously couldn't have known this, so you should definitely learn from me, but I wouldn't be in such a rush to scale my business. As soon as I started making 5-figure months, I jumped into hiring a whole ass team, which I have told you guys about before. Like in May of 2020, it was my first 10K month, and I had hired a team by June. And this is the fucking coaching industry epidemic. Always needing to be growing. Always needing to be doing more each and every year. Which, don't get me wrong, I definitely have the goal to increase my revenue and increase my profits each year. But it is so unnecessary to try and scale at such a rapid pace and never enjoy where I was at. It's almost like I believed if I didn't keep moving and growing, the sales wouldn't slow down. I thought if I had a team, it would keep me safe from results going down. And that definitely was not the case because I wasn't nurturing my leadership skills, nor was I being adequately coached around what I really wanted out of a business. And that's totally on me because I was also learning how to hire coaches and what I actually needed from a coach. But this is entrepreneurship for you. You figure everything out through fucking trial and error. Even if someone warns you or tells you, like I am right now, sometimes you have to learn a lesson through fucking around and finding out. But yeah, I wish I could go back and be like, dude, fuck scaling. You don't need to spend all your money on a team. You don't even want a team. Like right now I have 2 team members and one of them was a very recent hire and they do very specific jobs in my business. So I really wish that I had that leadership or the foresight back then to make better decisions. But there really was no avoiding that because these are just lessons you gotta learn yourself being a business owner. And the very last thing, guys, after all those strategies is I would do my mindset work like I did. During my first 6-figure year, I still worked my full-time job even though I could work from home. So I was getting up at 7 a.m. every day, going into my office, meditating and future self-scripting and visualizing. I'd pull tarot cards, I'd do yoga. I was all in on my mindset. I joined masterminds and groups to change my thoughts and beliefs. I was growing at such a rapid pace that I really needed the support, and I knew that my identity needed to be nurtured just as much as my business did. And I still could have done better with this. I really had to calibrate to being a 6-figure coach, not just on the outside, but on the inside too. And this is why my one-to-one coaching container, Fraud to 6 Figures, is the best container for you if you're a coach who truly wants to embody a 6-figure coach and be a 6-figure coach, inside and outside. I work with coaches in all niches who are committed to growing a profitable coaching business, who want to gain more confidence in themselves as a coach, who want to gain more visibility and be known for what they do, and who want to sign more dreamy soulmate coaching clients so you can create a legacy, make an impact, and be a 6-figure coach in this industry. Not because of what it's going to look like, but because of how it will feel to you, because of the way it will change your life. Being a 6-figure coach allowed me to leave the government job I thought I'd be in forever. It allows me to do whatever I want 24/7. It allows me to go to Pilates, drink my little coffee, do my little hot girl walks in the middle of the day, and you are not special. It is totally and completely possible for you too. In Fraud to 6 Figures, we do the mindset work and the identity work. We sell offers you're obsessed with, and we create elevated leadership type content that attracts dream clients to your offers like bees to honey. There is no room for imposter syndrome when you're in complete alignment with the work that you do. So come work with me in my one-to-one coaching container, Fraud to 6 Figures. You can sign on for a 3-month contract at $6K or a 6-month contract at $10K. You will get an extra month of coaching calls and Voxer if you pay in full. But there are also options for monthly payment plans and extended payment plans. The link is in my show notes to send in an application. I love you guys, and I'll see you next week. Thanks so much for listening to the From Imposter to Empowered podcast. Head to the show notes to learn how you can work with me, where you can buy my best-selling book, You're Not Special, and how to get on my email list for free. Screenshot this episode and add it to your Instagram stories, tagging me at YourCoachJill. See you next time.